right, welcome. Breaking news. Okafor, Governor Diri being rebuked by...
go ahead.
Being rebuked by Governor Seriake Dickson.
Former Governor Seriake.
He said, we don't know what's pursuing them or what they are pursuing. He also added his voice. He said, the PDP, I stand here gidigba. He said, this PDP party gave us a vice president in the Niger Delta and a German, a Bayelsa man, gave us a vice president, acting president, president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He said this particular ruling party will not give us that.
Yeah. We don't see APC by any near calculation, in the nearest future, having an Ijaw man or somebody from Bayelsa, being a president. Even being somebody from Bayelsa being a Senate president is really not going to be that easy. So, but that aside, Senator Seriake Dickson made a remarkable statement. He said, it's just like a statement to have in the Bible that we will not bow down to this your idol. Nebuchadnezzar will not bow down to this your idol, because the God we serve is able to deliver us. That even though he still didn't deliver us, we will not bow. He said that they will put effort to ensure that PDP is repaired. But if for any reason they are not able to repair PDP, that they are going to work with probably some other part, and it's going to be a collective decision of those who have tried to repair PDP in working with any other party or parties, to move forward, that they will never go to the ruling party. That's very remarkable. Of somebody who knows what he wants to do. He's not anchoring, tomorrow. It's not somebody that will come back and say, okay, we tried in PDP that time. Why I said it because we wanted to do well in PDP, it didn't work out. That's why I'm here. So even though PDP still doesn't work out, we will not go to APC.
Philip, one of the statements he made was that he said, we know that there's problem in PDP right now. He said, but that's what we do. He said, when there's a problem, we fix the problem. So why the other people that are running away from PDP not wanting to fix the problem in PDP? After all, PDP gave them the platform.
Yes, you see, we have very few men like Senator Dickson. We've said it before. If you take your mind back to 2009, 2010, when there were issues of whether Umar Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory was alive or was not alive, Senator Dickson, then a member of House of the Rep, was one of the few persons that stood up and speak for the people and for the Constitution. Don't forget, Senator Dickson Sayaya is a former Attorney General of Bayelsa State and Commissioner for Justice before he became a member of the House of Rep and eventually the Governor of Bayelsa State. When we have people like that speaks, we have hope. A few days ago when the rumor was going back and forth, someone said, Dickson, where is he? And myself and Okafor said, look, he's still where he is. He had not have any reason to speak in recent time, that the man will still speak when the reason occur. And that's what he said. He said, I'm still here gidigba. These are men who know where they are going, who know that people will say there's no ideology in Nigerian politics. There are ideologies. It is those who don't want to see that there's no ideology that see that way. That's why Okafor was saying that, look, when parties were formed, when this Fourth Republic was coming, the PDP was the only party that had national outlook. If you look at today, those parties that came on board then is the only surviving party, irrespective of what is happening.
All the other ones have
gone because they never have national outlook. So we were happy that Dickson, who fight tirelessly, if you remember, to bring Dickson on board. You know how Dickson became a governor. He was not declared the winner of the election. Dickson went to court because he see leprosy in the hand of the man that won, and he got judgment on the eve of the swearing. The man was already going what you call it. He was practicing how to become how to be sworn in. When Dickson secured judgment for Diri to become governor, same Diri that he worked tirelessly night and day to make a governor, taking a decision, a cowardized decision. You are a second tenor governor. At best, the worst that will happen to you if this ruling party survives to throw you in jail. That the jail is meant for human beings, not for animal. That you are seeking out to stand for what is right. I commend Senator Dickson. He had done very well. He had made some of us have hope that there's still hope. And like what Okafor said, he has said it. We won't bow down to your idol, come what may. But we believe that Nigeria will survive. And like Pio will always say, a new Nigeria is possible.
Now, if you look at
go ahead. You have people like governors. We are talking of a governor of a state. PDP in 2023, after the election, had many governors. If you have people like governors and not one, not two, they are not able to repair a party. You are running to Asiwaju, who was the only standing governor at a time in AC, a only standing governor at a time, and built the opposition to the extent they could come together with the CPC faction, the CPC arm of the APC, and eventually the new PDP that broke out of PDP. He was the only lone voice standing. Buhari had been contesting election. He didn't win until he worked with Asiwaju. How do you think this Asiwaju will respect you? That's what this thing is saying. How do you think this man will respect you? What kind of manner, what manner of man are you? You are a second tenure. You are rounding up your time. You just have less than 2 years to wrap up your assignment with the state. You are moving. The best you can get is what Umahi got, a minister. There's nothing. And the best you can become after being a minister, at the end of the day, a professor of practice. There's nothing. There's nothing. And it is shameful that remaining in politics is still attractive to you after being a governor. Nigeria is a federation. Being a governor means that you enjoy the immunity for 8 years. Why do they give those kind of advantage they give to governor to a president? States are like mini nations.
yes,
States are like mini nations. You have your own legislature. Whatever that is at the federal level is almost completely replicated at the state level. You see, have almost all the ministries, the three arm of government, the same way. It's like a mini country, and God has given you the grace to be that. What are you scared of? What do you want to achieve? What is it that you need this? Okay, now, just like Bodejo, let me bring him into this. He said, what is it that APC is doing in terms of performance that you could say that is attracting you? If your opponent is performing, you rather copy what he has done to do but on your own. You don't move to that opponent. PDP, if they think APC has performed, you don't go join them. You could copy what they have done so that when it comes to your turn, you still administer that even better. So I don't get it. I think Dickson usually don't talk. Senator Dickson is not the kind that come out to just talk. For him to now come out, I mean, he needed to speak.
yes. He spoke along the line of authoritarianism, where he talked about a plural party system, a multi-party system.
That's what Nigeria
that enhances democracy.
Yes.
And he didn't just stop there. He said he also believed in the law. He said the president has nominated an INEC chairman. He said, I'm working with them because I believe the president has the power to nominate.
If you remember, that's what I said.
Yes.
I said it clearly. I said it's the law we have today empowers the president to appoint the INEC chairman. He need not come to me first or come to you first or go to any CSO or whatever to get his list. That's not what the law says. So when he nominates somebody, you can look at it on the face of it. If there's nothing wrong you can see, you work with them to approve the man. That's all. That's all you need to do.
And I know the Dickson he is, Senator Dickson. He will not just fold his arm in as much as he work with them. He will work with them with objectivity to see whether the man meets the requirement, the qualification, what it means to give Nigeria a transparent, election. If they feel otherwise, whether it's a no voice, the signal senator, this I know, will oppose him and will speak out his mind. And that's the kind of man we need in the Senate. This is the first governor that has gone to the Senate that is behaving like a senator. Not an ex-governor coming there to sleep and collect money and just go away.
Let me tell you, did you remember his voice during the emergency room?
Yes.
No, this man has won. He has won the heart of many Democrats in Nigeria. For those who believe in democracy, ability to speak out, which jail do they want to take these people to that they can't take Dickson to?
Exactly.
Where is there any jail that is built only for you? Is there any jail that somebody has not been to before? What is it that they want to do to you? And look at it, not to give Asiwaju credit. Is Asiwaju really gagging people like that? No. Asiwaju is not really physically gagging people.
Asiwaju should be excused.
Yes, Asiwaju should be excused. He's not physically gagging anybody.
It's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown. Because they have so much skeleton in their cupboard, they never went there to govern the people, but they went there to steal the people's wealth. This is what is chasing them, nothing more. It's not that he was
all the governors decamping and running away. This is what is chasing them, and what are they chasing?
Dixie said, "We do not know." We do not know. If you remember his statement during the during the Yar'Adua era that brought in Jonathan, what's that language they use again? There's a word they use. It was not in the law. It's not emergency per se. That word they used that year.
That's the APC.
No. Okay, to
bring in Jonathan.
Okay, is that the acting president?
No, there's a word they used for it to be the acting. Well, another day. Himself and Leo Ogo and Leo,
but not doctrine of necessity anyway.
That's what the doctrine of necessity.
Okay.
You need to hear Dixon's voice on the floor of the house. When he stood up for over 30 minutes, over when he was marshalling his point, you know that this man has something upstairs. It's not just going to the house. I'm a member of House of Representatives. No, people should go to the house with focus.
Well, we don't know what's pursuing them, and we don't know what they are pursuing. That's the major thing. And I'm glad someone, in fact, the words that Seriake Dickson used that interests me so much, he said, "I am still standing in PDP Gidigba." I mean, he brought it home for us to know the extent to which he's committed to the PDP. I wish a lot of other senators in the House will come this way and speak in this manner. Well, it's like everything is happening in the Niger Delta as we see it. The chairman of Tantita Securities has given Delta State 10 billion naira for their security network. They call
our brother, Chief Government Tompolo, alias Tompolo.
Tompolo, alias Tompolo.
Yes.
Now, where did we get to? I would have asked so many questions. All the allocation that goes to Delta State, all the internally generated revenue, all the oil companies that are coming back to Warri, all the tax they pay, how come they have gone into, well, I'm not saying it's bad that they are raising money from the people. Now, if they raise this money from the people, are they going to put it directly into security?
During our Matters Arising section, Philip said it as if he knew this was going to come up. That there is security vote already.
Exactly.
The budget for security. Now, you are now initiating a new trust fund, Delta State Security Trust Fund. This trust fund, again, people are going to bring in money. And what architecture are you going to use to administer this money that is different from the one you're using before? Have you gotten results? The problem you are facing, the reason we are facing insecurity, is it because of lack of fund?
No.
The people go into the farms to kill our farmers, kidnap them, chase them away, destroy their goods, do all manner of things to them. Is it because the state doesn't have money? Magnanimity and being benevolent and being generous, nobody's going to come against that, provided you earn the money legitimately. Okay, nobody's going to query that. You could decide to do good. But my question is Delta State facing insecurity because they lack of fund? If it is not lack of fund, by the time you give them more fund, the same way the fund they had before have not provided security, this one will as well not provide the security. You see, and when it comes to security fund, it is naturally and conventionally not subject to the same scrutiny
by the House,
by any entity, like you would audit or scrutinize other expenditures. They don't even advertise their procurement, in the open. So how do you know whether this money will not be judiciously used? So you begin to ask the question, why is the government not being sincere to the people? Nobody's against bringing in money, like I said. What is the problem of insecurity in Delta State? It's very, very grave. I can tell you, I'm from Delta State. Our farmlands are ravaged. People can't go to farm anymore. Even right inside villages, people are being kidnapped. And the question wasn't because the government didn't have money. You raise alarm, those things are not treated. Nobody's being prosecuted anywhere. Nobody's been arrested anywhere. Nobody's actually looking for them. The highest is that when they kidnap somebody and maybe it goes into the media, if it's too overhyped, in one way or the other, police will be able to go and they will end up rescuing the person. If it's also not over, a lot of people have been injured.
Dead. No,
people are dead. So I don't get it. At a point, one vigilante, a head of vigilante in my village was kidnapped. So when you see things like this, you begin to wonder if the government is sincere with the people. They have never come to tell us that we lack resources, that is why. So giving resources, more resources to those who have not managed it well. I would have preferred that Tompolo, since he runs the security service, he's the CEO of Tantita Security Service. Yeah. I would have been happy if Tompolo will initiate his own security system to help secure Delta people, rather than give the money again to state government that had been deficient in what they were doing.
We have something like they normally to call it the security architecture, the network of security. The government as it is are asking for money. They have not brought out the architect or the architecture or the plan of how they are going to secure Delta. For them to now see that it is more money that is needed to secure. Why can't these people be professionals and be governors, putting up an executive arm like they are called?
You see, first and foremost, I have to thank and congratulate Tompolo for his magnanimity of being gracious enough to donate so much money, as much as 10 billion naira, towards securing Delta State. It's a commendable effort. I appreciate him. We hope that this money will go for the right place. Now, coming to the issue of the government, is raising Delta State, particularly the Delta State Security Trust Fund, and this is we're approaching 2027. Politicians are very funny. This is my mind. I don't believe this money is being raised for purpose of security. Well, security could mean anything. To secure their office, to secure their seat in the next election, it could be anything. And of course, Tompolo is an elite. It's a voice in Delta State. He has a say in the government. So if we join to raise money to secure Delta State one way or the other, I think it's a commendable effort. But to say that it is the money is raised to secure Delta State, well, yes, security chiefs were there. I saw the commissioner of police there and the DSS and all of that. Well, like you said, it is possible that they have sat down and they have come to a conclusion that funding is a problem. Maybe the police had make a representation to them, the DSS, the police, civil defense, and all the rest of them, and they found out that okay, if we can put this security fund together and we can raise fund to get this equipment that is lacking for the security agency to be effective, they wouldn't want to come and tell us in the public that this is why they are raising the fund. So it's possible, yes, the security agent with the governor may have sat down alongside with other persons in Delta State and they've seen that they need the fund. But what is happening in Delta State is beyond what meets the eyes, because we all know that the 2027 election, that is going to be very, very, very volatile, because you come to somebody's house and you displace the person, and the person is not a man of no more means. The man is also capable of fighting his battle. So you need more money to prepare for that. So the security they're talking about, they are raising for we can't really understand the kind of security they're talking about, because if it is the security of lives and property, which is the primary assignment of the government, and that is why the police, the DSS, the army, the civil defense and other place in Delta State, I don't think that is why they are raising this fund. I think it's
so to you it's more than meets the eye.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying in essence.
Okay, all right. That's all we have for you.
Before I just go, let me drop this. I think I know we are already wrapping up.
Yeah.
There are certain action you take. It means admission of failure.
Yes.
Security, like you said, is the primary objective of government, and any government that cannot independently handle that has not performed.
Seeking as so just before we go, Wike is saying that look, all the people that were against him, they are the one defected to APC because he support the APC government within PDP, and they were saying Wike is they couldn't come out to say that it's anti-party, but they are the first to go to APC. Wike is still in PDP.
Wike is still a PDP
whether you like it or not.
Wike is a PDP man.
They are not saying they are going to PDP. Diri is one of them, majorly. So where are we headed?
It's all right.
Well, there's also some rumors coming in that in the next few days we are going to see other governors defect. One of them is the governor of Taraba State, Governor Kefas. We are yet to see that, but we'll be in the
on the lookout.
Yes, we try to.
You don't have to look far, because if we hear yesterday that
Diri was going to,
and he has gone,
and he has done, and he has gone,
you can be rest assured that Kefas, before 24 hours, we will hear from Kefa that he already has resigned from PDP. They are all cowards. That's why the Bashi governor called them cowards, and they are true cowards.
Well, we also hope, I don't know, I'm not a PDP member, before you say I'm a PDP member, that the PDP put its acts together, though they say right now there's no case in court trying to stop their convention. We're expecting their convention, but their NEC 103 was supposed to hold, has been postponed indefinitely. We will be seeing to know how they respond to all these defections. I don't hope the defections put them in a bad spot, but this is the time to say, according to Governor Bauchi, stay good riddance to bad rubbish.
Of course.
All right, thank you for staying on.